Hello, lovelies. As promised, I'm going to be talking about the Conjuring universe movies. I think there's 8 of them. I want to say there's 8. I'll admit I'm biased since I don't believe in the devil or demons. So I have a love-hate relationship with the movies, mostly because I've read the real cases behind them. So I'm not a huge fan of Lorraine and Ed Warren. That doesn't mean I necessarily hate the films. I just try to ignore the religious aspects. I will say that what I discuss here might be touchy to people. I don't want anybody to take offense to what I say. If I offend you, that's not my intention. I'm really sorry if I do offend you. Now, just looking at the movies, the first one I found terrifying. There were so many great scenes. Specifically the wardrobe scene with Bathsheba on top and she jumps off. That actually did scare me, I will admit that. And then the scene in the girls' room where one of them has their leg pulled. It keeps getting dragged. That kind of freaked me out too. I will say I was really disappointed that I couldn't see what they were experiencing in the corner of their room. I didn't see anything. And when she pointed and said, right there, I wanted to see something. I was hoping, but I saw nothing. I was so disappointed. If you saw something there, let me know, because I will try to watch it again and see if I can see it. The second one had too much CGI, which ruined it for me, especially the Crooked Man. If they make the Crooked Man movie, I'm hoping it won't be as bad. It just lacked the immersion because of it. The Nun, I surprisingly enjoyed, although I didn't care for the ending in the church's basement. It was too over the top for me to believe. The Annabelle films were okay. I didn't really care for the first one. Although the cult members kind of freaked me out. Especially the scene, I think, where she kills her parents, well, adopted parents. I think that was that one. Or did they break into the neighbor's house, too? I don't really quite remember. I just know it was kind of creepy. That whole thing, like, I like your doll. That was really unnerving. I'll admit it. Other than that, it wasn't that scary to me. The prequel, I found more terrifying. Especially the scene where something crawls in the bottom bunk and all you see are like these black footprints on the floor. That was unnerving. I kept hoping that you would see some type of hint. Especially when she was leaning over the bunk and staring down. I was expecting something to just jump out from underneath the bunk. I was happy that there wasn't, because there's a lot of jump scares and horror movies do like to rely on it too much. The other scene was the barn scene where she gets possessed. The corpse crawling after the girl, that was creepy. The third Annabelle movie was kind of lackluster for me. I was hoping for more, to be honest. Especially since you have all those cursed objects. I was expecting like all hell to break loose. The Curse of La Llorona, I adored. I think it's one of my favorites in the universe. Mostly because I'm familiar with the story. I thought they did an excellent job retelling of it. The third Conjuring movie bothered me. I absolutely hated it. Mostly because I studied the case in college and knew the actual details. So I was upset that they didn't do an accurate telling, although I'm not really surprised since they haven't really done an accurate retelling of the cases for the movies. Now, this is all my opinion. If you think that the movie adaptations of these cases are accurate, that is fine. This is just what I think. I don't think they're accurate at all. I have found that the creators are using the accounts of Ed and Lorraine Warren, which to me are biased. Everything to them was the devil and demons. So from an outsider perspective who doesn't believe in those things, I looked into the actual facts about the families involved. What I find are the actual facts. Now, again, if you think the Ed and Lorraine Warren books information is accurate, that is fine. Nothing against you. I just don't believe in it. So this is why it's so controversial, because you have the side of the skeptics and non-believers. So these movies are difficult for us than those who believe in it. For those that believe in it, they are far more terrifying, I think. So I did some research about the first Conjuring movie. I found that Bathsheba was not a witch or really evil or communed with the devil. Now, I know her name sounds creepy and makes for a good, scary story, but that's all it is a rumor. It's not based on fact. Now, people who lived in the house after the supposed events with the Perrin family haven't experienced anything. There's no evidence that Bathsheba was even a witch or conversed with the devil. However, an infant did die in her case from something that might have been jammed at the base of the skull. Nobody knows exactly how it happened. There wasn't enough evidence. So when she was brought to trial, they let her go, which caused a lot of the townspeople to spread rumors about her, about witchcraft and sacrificing the baby to the devil. But there's no evidence of this. Now, before these accusations, women in the town were jealous of her good looks and resented her for it, which could have also fueled these rumors about her. So, since she couldn't escape these horrible opinions of her with the townspeople, she lived a very secluded life. And I believe that when you're shut off from the rest of the world, it can have a very negative effect on your mental state. And I believe that's what happened to Bathsheba, because there are reports that she was very nasty to the staff that worked the farm with her and her husband. Well, with her husband, because she didn't really work the farm. She just took care of the kids and stuff and the house. Bathsheba did not kill herself like Lorraine Warren believed and they put in the movie. She did not sacrifice herself to the devil. She actually lived to the age of 72, 73, and died from strange paralysis, which fueled more of the rumors. Many believe the Warrens used these legends to fuel the fear the Perrin family were already having in their home. When someone is scared, they can easily be persuaded to believe almost anything, which I think is what happened. Now, again, I could be completely wrong. If that isn't the case, by all means, let me know in the comments. The case behind the third movie started in the summer of 1980 with an 11-year-old boy named David Glazell. He helped his older sister Debbie, and boyfriend Arnie Johnson fix up the house they had rented. Shortly after they moved in, David began seeing a mysterious man who eventually became a demonic beast that threatened David's soul. Now, these accounts honestly resonated with me because I had night terrors growing up, as I spoke about. And my night terrors honestly started from church. And hearing about the devil. When my family gave me the description of the devil, it fueled my uncontrollable fear and imagination, which caused me to have severe nightmares every single night, which were similar to David seeing this demonic beast. I saw them too. after watching like The Exorcist, and it's because of the fear from the church and the Bible about this demon, devil, whatever you want to call it. It had a horrible impact on me, and I was really young. So I think that's what happened to David. Now, I could be wrong, and I could just be projecting my own experiences onto this. Now, part of why is that David had unexplained scratches and bruises on his body that appeared. He also growled and spoke in demonic voices. And these accounts usually happened at night, which is also why I was thinking night terrors. Now, bruises and scratches appearing would actually be explained from night terrors. Because in your dream state, the night terror is so real that you actually will act out in real life, but you're in your dream still. So sometimes you'll try to defend yourself, which actually ends up hurting you because you don't know that you're actually doing this in waking time. You're still in your dream. So your consciousness isn't there, but you're trying to get away. That's what I think was happening. And these accounts going into the daytime, again, I would have that too sometimes. Sometimes I would see things from my nightmares because I was so affected by my night terrors. I wasn't getting a lot of sleep. So when you're not completely getting a lot of sleep, sometimes you hallucinate. It happens. Well, he also had an attack by invisible hands that were choking him. That's what the family saw. Which again, he could have been in his nightmare realm and trying to fight off this invisible attacker in the real world, but was in his dream world. Well, they didn't know what was going on, and in my opinion, I think they should have had him see a therapist instead of seeking counsel with Ed and Lorraine Warren. That is my own opinion. Now, I want to know what you think. Do you think it could be night terrors, or do you think it was demonic possession? I'm curious to know what other people think. Like I said, I could be projecting all of this. So several weeks pass with Ed and Lorraine Warren doing countless exorcisms trying to expel this demon. Arnie asks the demon to enter his body to let David have peace. So 5 months later, Arnie stabs his landlord after a heated confrontation. Now, I remember that there might have been drinking involved. I don't know if it was the landlord or Arnie. I can't really remember which one. I don't know if it was both. And the landlord grabbed one of the girls. I don't quite remember. Let me know in the comments if you saw something during your research, if you actually did research this. It's been a long time since I've read this case. So if that is what went down, if the landlord did grab a hold of a girl and didn't let her go, Arnie blacking out and attacking is kind of understandable if he's trying to rescue that person. It can happen. You can honestly black out for numerous reasons. So him not remembering, like I said, could be from that. The courtroom, nobody believed the claims of demon possession, so the judge threw it out. So Arnie was found guilty of first-degree manslaughter and sentenced to 10 to 20 years. However, he only served 5. Now, this is where it gets interesting. David Glazel's brother, Carl, sued the Warrens for the book, feeling they violated his right to privacy. He also said that it was an intentional affliction of emotional distress and claimed the narrative created by the Warrens was a hoax who took advantage of his brother's mental health for money. I don't know what the real case is with all of that, but I thought it was interesting that somebody in the family came forward about this. What are your thoughts behind these cases? Do you believe in what the Warrens have written in their books and in the movies? Do you think the movies may have gone overboard to create a fantastical story with some truth mixed in? Do you think the Warrens preyed on people's fears to get money and fame? I'm curious what you all think. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. I'm honestly curious what you think about these different cases. If you know anything about the Annabelle, the real Annabelle story, let me know too, because I can't really find much about it. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video and others, please subscribe and hit the like button. Thanks so much again. Take care until next time.